Hey everyone, welcome to a video where I'll be talking to you about my thoughts on the Tokyo Game Show Capcom's special Monster Hunter feature. Now, on the main channel, on the Monster Hunter channel, it was delayed, so I actually had to watch on a different channel on Capcom Asia, and I watched it 5 minutes late. So I don't know how they started it. I can actually go back and watch it, obviously, but um, I guess I'm too lazy to do that. But in the first beginning parts of okay, let me give you a recap. So first beginning parts, they talk about a few behind the scenes stuff, voices and stuff, and they also show some um, clips for the felines, and they show the mocaps, the clips, and I was kind of like um, amazed because I thought they actually animated the felines differently. I know people use mocap, obviously, but I never thought they'll use mocap for the felines because the felines are so just like they're so animated, So honestly, props to the mocap team putting out their best performances. Now we're going to talk about a different performance in a concert. Uh, there were plenty of talents out there in this little shorts segment in the feature where they sang some songs. You know, what else? It was just a small concert part of the feature, and then we move on to Sunbreak. And now Sunbreak, um, as I moved on, I was getting a bit excited. I was like, okay. If you watch my prediction video, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I predicted, okay, some of my predictions were true. Talking about Stories 2, that was true. What else? The name for the flagship monster, that was true. Um, I did say there might be a returning monster, yes. Um, I did say a few other things, but turns out many of those things were wrong in my prediction video. Yes, who would have thought predicting a lot of things can be wrong. Anyways, I had my hopes up a lot because I expected a different trailer. However, they just spoke about the teaser they posted on Friday, and I feel like they might drop another trailer within a few months, possibly, which I'm totally fine with waiting because personally, I haven't played Rise yet, I have the game, but I don't have a Nintendo Switch yet, so even when I get the Nintendo Switch, I'll take my sweet time with the game. Even if it's like a year or so, I'll take my sweet time. I don't really want to rush things, I want to enjoy my time. But anyways, going back to this presentation, I forgot the director's name, so I'm sorry, but it looked very serious. So um, honestly, I was like, okay, I wonder what they're gonna show, but they don't show any new trailers. They just talked about the teaser trailer, and they gave us the name of the flagship monster, Malzeno. Am I pronouncing it right? Am I pronouncing it right? Malzeno. Uh, Melzeno. Sounds like like an interesting vampire name, because all the dragon is based off vampire stuff, obviously. Uh, Seems pretty cool. Nice name. Then um, we also get another clip. Now, this clip got me off surprise. This clip got me so out of surprise. They said they'll show a clip of something that the director brought over. I expected some gameplay clip, maybe of the area or whatever. But no, it turns out that we get a clip of a returning monster. Shogun Shianata, however you pronounce it. We're finally getting the carapaceons back. How many carapaceons will we get? I don't know. I don't think they'll give every single carapaceon, because I think that'll just be too much to bring. I'm sure they will bring two of them, just this Shogun's Shianata and maybe the smaller one that has like blue claws. I'm sure many of you remember those ones. And many of you may remember this monster from old school Monster Hunter, so it's cool to see some monsters, you know, like this specific monster come back. 5th gen Monster Hunter has really brought in a lot of new players, I can tell you that. But the one thing the new players haven't experienced is the pain of hunting these crabs. The small crabs and the large crabs. Okay? I'm just saying, back in my day, I couldn't kill a large crab, but the small crabs were so annoying. I hope there's a small crab. I want the new players to experience the pain the old players experienced, okay? I'm just saying. Okay, jokes aside, it was actually pretty cool to see this monster. It was actually fighting. Okay, it was a cutscene. This cutscene will possibly have a filter on maybe when it comes to the final game, like how they did when it came to the cutscenes in Rise. Uh, Basically, this was having like a little turf war with Ludroths and the royal Ludroth. Really interesting. Really interesting. Um, I wish I focused more on the background on where they were fighting on. But anyways, they also mentioned that there'll be more returning monsters. That is interesting. Okay, that's interesting because I hope there's a lot of monsters that that just never got a chance in fifth gen to finally return. I don't think every single old school monster will return, but hopefully it's quite a few that haven't had a chance in ages, and the crabs haven't had a chance in fifth gen at all. Okay, I'm just pointing it out, so it'd be cool just to see the crabs, the carapaceons. Am I pronouncing it right? Anyways, what else? Well, that's basically it. Then they started talking about stories too, talk about the final updates, Fatalis, um, and that's basically Fatalis and a few other monsters, and that's basically it. Um, and yeah, and then I just stopped watching after they started talking about esports because esports isn't my thing. I want to be very clear, esports is not my thing. I'm not really a very competitive person if it comes to like winning a trophy or money or whatever. Like, like I don't mind entering competitions. Competitions is different from like competing. I'm not really a competitor. I think this was me. I was like this since I was a kid because I wasn't someone who competes, and I think I've always kept that in me. But it's cool that they started talking about that as well. I just stopped watching after that because what I wanted to hear was Monster Hunter and Monster Hunter only. So okay. Anyways, they didn't really mention the three small monsters we got to see in the first few seconds of the teaser. So I do wonder what the name is going to be. I'm going to assume it's herbivores. They look like herbivores. It's going to be herbivores. I just wonder how aggressive they are. Sometimes small monsters can be so aggressive. I hate that, okay? But it makes the game a bit more fun. And sometimes you find ways to avoid them. Okay. Um, Interesting enough. Was it something that um, okay, how do I re-say the sentence? Did it satisfy me? Honestly, I don't think they can tease so much. But they did say that they'll be talking about it later. So possibly you might get within a few months another special event for Monster Hunter for Capcom to just have like a little video premiere and talk about they'll talk about possibly more stuff, might feature a new trailer or something, but I don't expect it right now. I expect it like months later, okay? So yeah. And after all, Sunbreak is coming out summer 2022. They never really give us a specified date. They just said summer as well, so I'm guessing maybe the next time they'll show us a trailer, they'll give us the actual proper date. Uh, Summer, I think next year. For which country? I don't know. Um, I think it's June or July. Whichever the month is, it's within the middle year. So I feel like they have to hold a lot of the content till like next year. They keep holding it back. So interesting. Regardless, I think this was pretty interesting. They got to show some behind the scenes stuff. Got to talk more about the voices for like two characters. I don't know anything about those two characters, but uh, it seems pretty cool to talk about that. Talked about the mocap. That nice little concert um, with different talents. What else? I think most of the songs were in the game, so cool. um, what else? They spoke about Sunbreak just a little bit, they just made us taste just a little bit of awesomeness, and that's basically it. Got the name of this flagship. We also got a cutscene of a returning monster species. I wouldn't say is that I had no hopes for this species to return. you know. Sorry, but I had no hopes for it to return in 5th gen, maybe 6th gen or 7th gen, but not in 5th gen. I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh, also, they also spoke about when they were planning out. Okay, this was part of the behind the scenes stuff in the beginning, talking about how they based some of the cutscenes off when it came to the monsters, and they kind of based it off like the yokai and stuff. They were just like getting inspiration, trying to make the cutscenes fit very close to the yokai. So cool, awesome. Now, what else can I say with my final conclusion? I think all we can do is wait. I know some people are actually wanting more content, and the thing is that Monster Hunter is already done with Rise when it comes to adding new monsters. So you might get like a few event quests here or there, but other than that, um, I don't really think you're gonna get monsters. They finished adding all the monsters they could, and that's basically it. Um, so honestly, I feel like some people should at least wait. And yeah, that's it. I recommend at least trying to just get your mind off Rise if you really can't wait that long, because trust me, sometimes I forget I own Monster Hunter Rise, and I never played the game yet. Um, so all I'm saying is at least if you are really interested in content, what else can I say is just try to focus your mind on different things. Focus on like different stuff, maybe like different hobbies or whatever. Because I understand some people who already have Rise, they finished the game, and there's not much for them to do. I understand that, but I think you should at least be a bit more patient. That's all I'm saying. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, try to do different things. Try to do different things. That's all I can actually say right now, because it's gonna be a long time if you keep focusing on Monster Hunter forever. I know this channel is based on Monster Hunter, like most content is Monster Hunter, but when it comes to my personal life, I try my best to get my mind off Monster Hunter or doing other stuff. I focus on other things as well, so I recommend others. If you can't focus that much on other stuff, try to do different things, get hobbies, draw, uh, just have fun. Um, Life's too short to. I don't want to sound like a preachy bastard, but life is too short to be focusing on like, you know, on one thing. Try to just have fun, and yeah, that's basically it. But if you're actually looking to satisfy your Monster Hunter needs, there is already two other Monster Hunter games already available on Nintendo Switch. Stories too, which different gameplay, yes, but a lot of the monsters are there, and it's a much more of a cutesy game, to be honest. Some of y'all might like that. Or Generations Ultimate. So yes, Generations Ultimate is a Monster Hunter game. It's from the Portable series, so obviously it's actually Monster Hunter Portable for Ultimates. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's old school Monster Hunter, but I'm sure many of you all will like it. It has enough content to satisfy you all for months, if not years. So I'm just saying, if you're trying to find ways to stop focusing on Rise, specifically Sunbreak, I recommend trying out these other games or completely try something different. I sound like a preachy bastard. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just that I've heard people were talking about other people complaining, and I understand. Look. I know some of y'all may be expecting more stuff, but at the end of the day, I just say, you know, try to just focus on something else, and you never know. Sunbreak might have more content than Rise itself. So sometimes it's best to wait. That's all I'm saying. Give it a chance. That's all I'm saying. Give it a chance. Focus on the other stuff, or try out other Monster Hunter games, and that's basically it. Wow, this is very preachy. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Bye. Uh, Also, tell me your thoughts on this. What were your actual thoughts on this when you saw this event? For me, I was like, okay, it wasn't what I expected, but we're getting somewhere. We got something special, We're going on the right path, I guess, for this expansion, okay?